years ago, I was doing my study abroad in Jerusalem, and we had like a week break.
I spent a summer working on an archaeology excavation in Jordan with a professor from a university. And during one of the weekends there, I took a trip down to Petra, which is it's an ancient city carved into the cliffs, sandstone cliffs. And it's all like Roman influenced architecture all along the cliffs, and it's just caves and
on a walk, and I was just taking in the sights. I wanted to get away from the commercial area. I wanted to experience how the country really was. So I went out for a walk, and there was this man going by. He's a camel driver.
Kind of like a taxi service, I guess you could call it that. We ended up talking for a while. He spoke very good English. And I explained my situation, where I was from, what I was doing.
Do you want to come check out where I live? And I was like, definitely, I wanted to.
So at the end of every day, I would go and stay with his family, and in the morning I'd ride the camels back into the city and go exploring on my own. And that night for dinner, they wanted to make me a traditional Arabic dinner.
What it was it's very like if you ever had like hummus, it's like very like wet type of food. There's like like olive oils and like yogurt and all this stuff, and
Kind of get it down on if you ever eaten an egg yolk that it kind of stays in there. And what I was doing in order to not offend them, I was taking water after I was eating the food.
Every bite I took, I drank some of my water to help wash it down. It was the only way this stuff was gonna get down into my stomach.
I don't even know what I was eating, but anyway, I drank a lot of water, and I thought it would be okay that I would just go back into town the next day and refreshed. I left like about
That much left of water in my Nalgene. That night we went to bed, woke up the next day, and Qasim had left with his camels. And I was with his family. He had 2 wives and about 8 children. And they had a pickup truck that they were going to drive out to their fields to harvest their wheat. And so I went with them, and I pointed to a mountain off the distance that I could see at the top of it was a monument that I had wanted to go see. And I asked them in the little Arabic that I knew, is water there?
I took her saying yes as understanding what I was asking, which was, where is water?
she lets me off. She gives me an orange. They're like very nice people. They're always giving. You know when you see something in the distance and it seems like a lot closer than it actually is? If you've ever been in the desert, there's no clouds. It's just like the sun is pelting on you. I'm getting a sunburn. I'm flipping my shirt up so I can try and like the exposed parts. So I'm burning up.
And I was pretty much getting really tired, and it was starting to get dark.
And we kept going, and it was 4 hours passed, 5 hours passed, and so it was about 7 hours passed, and I didn't know what to do.
And at this point, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do because I'm now to my last couple drops of water.
I'm like saving this like tiny bit of water left, and I'm like, oh, should I eat the orange or not? I'm starting to like freak out. I'm like, okay, because I couldn't make any progress.
I couldn't turn around. I couldn't find the family again because I'd walked too far. The mountain was obviously a lot farther away than I had expected it to be, and I had no idea where Petra was.
I'm wandering around, and in the distance, I hear the laughter of some young children.
I followed the sounds, and they looked at me, and they were a little surprised seeing me, and I was just like motioning water, I'm thirsty, and I guess that's the universal sign.
She immediately recognized the problem, brought out water to me, and again, I did my best to communicate with her to find out where Petra was.
She grabbed my hand, and she led me off with her kids, and we walked about an hour back towards Petra.
If I hadn't heard that the little kids laughing, I would have been stuck in the desert with no water, an orange, and my wits, which apparently are not as witty as I thought they were. So the bottom line is I almost died in the desert, but thanks to the nice Arabic people, I was saved.
Very nice of this nomadic woman to take time out of her day and bring me to safety. So
It's a very good lesson learned. Not be so stupid.
I'm pretty adventurous, but I think I had all I could take for a while after experiencing that, because I pretty much felt like I saw my life flashed before my eyes, and I had that story to tell, and I've learned a good lesson from that.